Epstein with your morning flash update. And this update is for Wednesday, the 28th of February. Normally the end of the month, but we have a leap year here. So you have one more day. It is 8:15 a.m. Central Time. I'm sure if you live in the Midwest or East, your weather has changed dramatically. Yesterday, 74 in Chicago. Today, 30. And maybe with wind chills 18, and then it's going to come back up a little bit. But what a wild weather ride. 5 tornadoes in Chicago overnight that did hit ground. A lot of damage done, but not the city itself. All right. So what about what's going on? Well, you know I am of the school temporarily where the market's going to consolidate. And you're seeing that with the break in just about all the indices this morning. I'm impressed that the gold market's holding the 2040 area, 2035 area, doing a good job there. The dollar up today against most currencies, as you can see. We're looking at bonds and notes, up a fraction. Wheat is still the weakest of the grains today. You're sort of stable in the soybean market. You were down a lot more earlier in all the energies. They've come rocking back. I mean, that's $1.50 off the lows in the crude oil here, $1.30 off the lows practically there. Heating oil market not doing very much at all. I think we should switch that to the gasoline now and keep an eye closer on that. We did have some data out this morning. When we look at it, the mortgage market numbers, 5 weeks in a row of sinking numbers because of 7% mortgages. So you were down 5.6%. Well, actually, you were down here, let's see, the total numbers, down 5.6%, down 4.5% in the purchase index, and the refi down 7%. Should be no surprise there. First off, if you think about it, it's not the season yet. Number two, supplies are still fairly low, but I wouldn't be surprised with the warmer weather we've had that next week we get maybe numbers that aren't as terrible. When we look at the fourth quarter preliminary GDP numbers, well, we can see a 3.2%. They expected 3.3. So you could say that year over year they were down a tenth. Chain weighted index was up 1.7. They were expecting 1.5, so it balances out. It came in a little higher. The PCE price index up 1.8 for the fourth quarter. The advanced number was 1.7. So the numbers are a little bit hot. Now, you know, tomorrow morning we're going to get the new PCE indices all over the place. They're expecting a gain of 0.4%. Anything double that would be a problem. In other words, 0.6, 0.7. But barring that, I think the market's built a lot of this in already. So we've got to keep our eye on that. We have a lot of central bank talk going to start. So you're going to see banker after banker talking about what they're going to do. Today, New Zealand came out and they did nothing with their interest rates. That was pretty widely expected. But they were talking a bit more dovish than they have been. Consumer confidence in Europe down today, not picking up, so a little bit of worry there. We have today returning the House of Representatives. Is a fireworks going to begin there? Because so far I don't see that a deal is done. I think that the messages where they're trying to separate getting the budget done from aid for Ukraine, Taiwan, and Israel, and the border. So it appears, that doesn't mean I'm right on this. I'm just reading what Chuck Schumer said, what Mike Johnson of the House said. It appears they're trying to get close on the budget. The question is, can they? I don't know what the ultra-conservatives in the House are going to demand of Mr. Johnson. Will they allow that to go on? If not, then you could get a temporary shutdown Friday in certain government agencies, and you've got a week from then in order to straighten out the situation, or the whole government shuts down. We've seen that before. Don't panic with it. At first, the numbers get hit, and then they all come back as people get their payback and things like that. So it's political grandstanding at its best. You know that Congress never does anything ahead of time. They always wait. So for those of you that like to get trade ideas early in the morning, that's what this is all about. You're just watching, honestly, the feeder into what I do, where I'm saying, I want you to buy here, I want you to sell there, do this, do that, here's the stop, here's the objective, here's a concept trade, work with it this way. So trade strategies. And some people say, well, are they short-term, long-term? No, they can be. I'm already in, NVIDIA for months on end. So that's one of them. But we do both the futures, we do the Spider ETF in stocks, individual stocks. At 5:10 in the morning, I record the futures. At 9, I start recording the Spider ETF. Why am I later on the Spider ETF? By design. Number one, when the stock market closes, you have an aftermarket. Number two, the U.S. government reports often don't end until 9 in the morning. I want them, and then I want to record and get that to you, and then you got the rest of the day to trade it through. So how do you get all this information? It's really simple. It's on our website. You go to iraepstein.com, under the word research. You can click up here, go with it that way. I think that once you give it a try, you're going to go, whoa, I had my own ideas on this, and he's giving me reasons, basis to chart that I think I'm on the right path, or, oh, he's presenting a different story. That's the idea there. I'm Ira. I'll see you at the end of the day. You have a great trading day.